Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez Field at historic Camp Randall Stadium, where we are looking forward to a fantastic battle. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. First down for this offense. Handoff from the gun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
The defender being a heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Clements. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man on the right. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He'll pull it on the read. Got room at the 35. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Design quarterback runs, there's so many of them, so many ways to do it. But either way, it's about getting that extra blocker and getting a dynamic athlete. These quarterbacks are all dynamic athletes. They're basically running backs now playing quarterback, trying to get them in space. And you can see He does the rest. He can chew up those yards quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out! Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Georgia sends out the punt team.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reed.
Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And he tacked on the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the Honey Badger before the Honey Badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Looking for a man. It's Clements. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spots. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Running back searching for a hole. Fights off a defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that fires you up as a defense. That gives you some extra juice when you come in there and knock the living fire out of someone. Everybody on the defense gets jacked up.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. He wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's off to the races. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up in it.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by 7 over Florida State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the...
And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And they'll take over first and 10. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. He'll take a shot. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Now Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking to throw, it's Clements. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Badgers!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure.
Afterburners coming. The 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, as you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They're bringing heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Clements. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
He wants to throw. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. He's looking for an open man on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think. So O-line's got to step up.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll go to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, they're able to catch the defense off guard. They're obviously thinking pass. This back is dangerous on first down, second, and third. And he shows you the vision and shows you the speed. And I just love how decisive he is. He's getting north right away.
And third down and long, man, everything in you knows it's a pass. Surely they're not going to run the football. But I think what you said is important, having a guy like this that can chew up yards so quickly. Because I'm thinking just make the tackle. No big deal. Force the fourth down. But, man, what a nice play by the running back.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Touch pass on the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Here comes the offense on first down. Back to pass, it's Clements. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Badgers want to crank the tempo. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, he'll let it fly. Wiggles free. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
691, Gators score!
From the gun, the ground game. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Badgers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and, man, you know he's looking for more.
The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense just cradling that fumble and secure. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. Inside the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they close it to a 28-24 game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Iowa looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Hawkeyes. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a showing. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
On second down, he'll let it fly. This time he's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it at the 15. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia! This game must be moving so slowly for this. Sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
Georgia, 35. Wisconsin, 24.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick off.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the gun, the running back has it. At the 35, he's loose. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wide receiver shows motion. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Georgia.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Clements. Makes his connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Right back to the well. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like, he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. The receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends have got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive because they've just been struggling through the air.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll take a deep shot here. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
4-2, stop, go. Go, go. Gaucho.
Back to pass, it's Clements. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
And here comes the offense on second down.
Dino. Cross. Squirrel. Gaucho.
They keep attacking through the air. Using his feet to buy time. Fires downfield. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Dogs! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Quarterback checking the play.
Gorilla. Dino.
Looking downfield, it's Clements. Trying to get... Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
He wants to pass it on second down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Dropping back, it's Clements. Throwing right. Got his man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's 2nd and 9. Fast motion from the offense. Using his feet. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Lets it fly. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Little touch pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete to the right. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
To the air on first down. That pass is incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. Got enough for the first down. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up a first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He's got it on the run. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Georgia.
That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
31.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. They weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick...
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Going for the big play. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.